Hi everyone. Hope during this period of lockdown everyone are safe. Stay home, stay safe. Thoroughly wash your hands. Follow the regulations given by the central government and state government. Use hand sanitizers. Increase your immunity by doing yoga and following the necessary things to increase the immunity power. Today I want to share a few things about the basics of motion in physics. Physics. Without physics there is no world. Why I am saying this is physics, the name itself indicates, physics is a branch of science which deals with the study of nature and natural phenomena. In physics, if you go for physics, many motions are there. Motion, electricity, magnetism, light, like that several motions are there, thermodynamics, etc. So in this, the basic one is the motion. It will get in the 6th to 10th class, as well as the most important thing in intermediate first year, by which we can cover nearly 5 or 6 chapters in first year intermediate physics. This is motion. So if you go for the basics of motion, these are the 5 important things that we have to cover. One is the distance, another one is displacement, one is speed, velocity, and finally is acceleration. If you are very thorough with this, you can do any problem. As we all know that the MSETs, NEET exams, all the competitive exams are based upon particularly physics point of view. All will not be of theory point of view, all will be of problematic oriented. That's why to solve any problem in physics, definitely in motion you have to be very thorough with this 5. So before entering into this, when you are learning, after entering into the high school, that is the 6th class science, you should learn any parameter in physical science by learning these 5 things. If you are going to learn a parameter in physics, definitely you have to learn 4 things. One is a definition, another one is a symbol, third one is a formula, fourth one is units, both SI units and CGS units. This formula is optional. For some quantities there will be formulas, for some quantities there will not be formulas, don't mind that. But definitely these 4 you have to learn. Coming to the first one, distance. So distance, many textbooks, many scientists gave different distance, but the simple way of definition of distance is the total path covered between any 2 points. Select any 2 points in space or ground, whatever it may be. Select any 2 points. The total path you are going to cover between any 2 points can be called as distance. I am taking 2 points A and B. So these are the 2 points. Let us assume this is Gudur, this is Nellore or from Tirupati. So I want to reach from Gudur to Tirupati. I can go in many ways. So I can go by bus, by reaching Naidubeda, by reaching Srikalas, I can go in this way. Or I can go by railway, I can go by airways, I can go to Delhi, I can come to here, I can go to Vijayawada. In many ways we can come. So these are all the distances. Distances is having different units. The basic definition is the total path covered between 2 points is called distance. The symbol for is D. And very important, when you are writing the symbols, you should be very thorough that whether you are writing capital letters or small letters. The symbol for distance is small d. The formula is there is no formula. The units are SI units are meters, CGS units are centimeters. Coming to the second one, displacement, it is denoted by S. There is no difference between distance and displacement. Only difference is the symbol, and distance is a scalar quantity, displacement is a vector quantity. Same, the definition is the shortest distance between 2 points. See, you have seen here from Gudur to Tirupati or some from A point to B point, you can get infinite number of distances. But apart from all the infinite number of distances, you will be having one shortest distance. That shortest distance we will be calling it as the displacement. How we can raise a doubt here? How can we get the shortest distance among from all these distances? So how can we get a shortest distance is simply by drawing the straight line. Simply by drawing the straight line. That is the displacement that we are going to cover. Therefore, the definition for displacement is the shortest distance between any 2 points is called displacement. This displacement concept is very important. If you are going to write MSET or any competitive exam, the questions will be given on displacement more rather than distance. So the symbol for displacement is S. There is no formula for it. Same, SI units are meters, CGS units are meters. So that is distance and displacement. Coming to speed, velocity. Speed is a scalar quantity, velocity is a vector quantity. So speed is the ratio of a distance and the time. Velocity is the ratio of displacement by time. So these are the 2 formulas for it. So the ratio of distance and time we can call it as a speed. The ratio of displacement to the time we can call it as a displacement. These are the 2 definitions for those. The symbols for those is V. So the formula for speed is a d by t. The formula for velocity is displacement by time. So units for we are going to write. See, simple one. In physics we can get the formula or we can get the units from its formula only. If you see the formula for speed, d by t is the formula for speed. So for the units for distance is the meters, Here by is there, so that by, so time is there, seconds. Therefore, meter per second are the units for speed. The CGS units are centimeter per second. CGS units are, these are SI units, these are the CGS units. The same units will be followed for velocity also, that is meter per second and centimeter per second. If you carefully observe, there is no difference between speed and velocity. In some textbooks they will be considered as speed, in some textbooks they will be considered as a velocity. Even when you are going to consider a direction, that is a vector quantity. As we all know that scalar quantity is a quantity in which only magnitude will be considered, there is no direction will be considered. Coming to the vector quantity, we are going to consider magnitude as well as direction. This is the only difference between speed and velocity. Speed is a scalar quantity, velocity is a vector quantity. So like that we can go through this. As I already said before, we have got the definition, symbol, formula and its units. The final one is acceleration. This word generally we will use when you are going using bike, motorbike. We will be going with our parents, or we will be going with our brother. Someone will say that accelerator. That is not accelerator, that is accelerator. So that is acceleration. The name itself indicates slowly increasing some magnitude. That may be speed or velocity or whatever it may be. So the formula for acceleration is A is equals to V minus U by T. The definition for acceleration is rate of change of velocity. Rate of change of velocity is called acceleration. If you consider, this word is very important, rate of measure. So many will confuse. Rate of measure is a very important concept in physics. It means, rate of measure means we are going to compare a particular thing with respect to time. Suppose if you are going to compare anything with respect to time, we can call that as the rate of measure. If I am going to say rate of velocity, simply you can write as d by t. If I am going to write a rate of displacement, you can write s by t. Anything if you are going to compare with the time, we can call that as a rate of measure. Here also the definition itself indicates acceleration. A rate of change of velocity during the time taken is called acceleration. It is denoted by A. Its formula is A is equals to V minus U by T. Here V is a final velocity. Here U is initial velocity. As we already know that T is time. I already said you, no need to buy heart units for any physical quantities. We can get it from its formula. See, velocity minus velocity, we will get a meter. By is already there, so that by time units meter per second by second. Therefore, the units for is meter per second square. These are SI units. CGS units are centimeters per second square. So no need to by heart all this. So by getting from its formula. So these are the 5 important concepts in the basics of motion. Apart from these, equations of motion are there. One is V is equals to U plus AT. S is equals to UT plus half AT square. V square minus U square is equals to 2S. If you are thorough with these 3 equations of motion, these 5 quantities, we can do anything in motion. If you are not aware of these basics in this motion, we can't do any problem. We can learn theory, but physics point of view, have to do practically. So if you are thorough with these 5 parameters and these 3 equations of motion, we can do wonders in motion. So and finally I want to say is, so if you are going to learn any parameter, not only motion, electricity, light, electromagnetism, whatever, thermodynamics, heat, temperature, whatever it may be, you are going to learn in physics, learn, this is kept in your mind, keep it in your mind. You should learn definition, you should learn its symbol, you should learn its formula, you should learn its units. And units also, particularly SI units or CGS units. Right? So these are the basics of motion. So this all for today. Let's meet in another session again. See you. Take care.